All right, guys, we want to demonstrate how to do initial assignments in transportation model using the Northwest corner rule. We'll have three methods of carrying out initial assignments. We have the Northwest, you have the least cost, and you have vowels approximation method. So in this video, we want to demonstrate how to carry out initial assignment using a northwest corner rule. So anytime we are confronted with um, transportation problem and we want to make initial assignment, the first thing to do is to check for what is called the rim condition. That is the balance, whether the capacity, it's balancing with the demand. So we have to sum this side and sum this side and ensure that they are equal, because if that condition does not exist, it will be difficult to resolve the assignment problem unless it's adjusted by some well-known method. So the first thing to do is to compute that and be sure that both sides are equal. If they are not, you adjust them, which we are going to see in our subsequent videos. So we have 300, 500, and what it is 800, 900. So the capacity side is 900. We have 2 plus 400, that is 6, and this is 3, that is 900. All right, the rim condition is met. So the next will now be to carry out our initial assignments using our northwest corner rule. And of course, the northwest corner rule is simply saying start your assignment from this first cell, cell P1W1, this first cell, and progress towards the right. When you exhaust this capacity, you come to the next cell and continue to check downwards. So what are the things that guide initial assignment? Two major things: the capacity constraint which is available, the resource available, and of course, what the warehouse can hold. So there will never be a time when what you have in peak row 1, 2, 3, when you sum them up and you have anything more than 300, because it is this 300 that will be feeding this. You feed these cells from here. So, and there will never be a time where when you have in W1, which is warehouse 1, will be more than 200, because that is the capacity, that is the demand capacity, that's the much it can hold. And same explanation goes for W2, that cannot hold more than 400. Of course, W3 cannot hold more than 300. And for plant 2, can only produce 500. So here, here, and here shouldn't be more than 500. If you have a situation where you even have more 500 and half, 500 points, 5 or whatever, there must have been a mistake somewhere. So these are the two major guides in carrying out initial assignments. So the first in northwest corner rule is to start from the first cell. So what we're going to check here, the consideration here will be, what do we have? Can this whole cell take it all? If it cannot, move the remainder to here. If it is still more, we move to here. When we exhaust this, we come back and check, start from here again, and progress to here, here. When we exhaust this, we come back here, check here, check here, check here, with the guide of that two major concerns, the capacity concern and the demand concern. So we have here, of course, this goes to explain the three important things that must exist before transportation algorithm can run. The unit costs of transporting from point A to B must be known, and the demand constraint must be known, and of course the capacity constraint must be known. So by the word of interpretation, the values that are enclosed in top right side of the cells are the unit costs of transportation. So if we move any good from here to this cell, it means that the unit price of transporting that particular quantity is 20 naira per unit, and the same explanation goes for all these ones. So from here 300, we check what this W1 can hold. We have 300 here, and of course W1 can hold up to 300. How can hold up to 200? So we give W1 the 200 that is asking for and circle it. When you make initial assignment, you circle it, for reasons that will be explained in our subsequent video. When we now begin to test for optimality, begin to compute for implied cost, begin to compute for opportunity cost, and check whether we are losing anything for not assigning to some of the cells. That is going to come in our subsequent video. So then we have given out 200. So what is remaining here is now 100. So we'll now come to this place. This warehouse 2, and is asking for 400. What we have available for him for now is 100. We simply give him that 100 and circle it. So now that we have exhausted this, we've exhausted this 300, which is the capacity for plant 1, we come back to this place. That is northwest corner rule. Is there anything that we can bring here? The answer is no, because we have satisfied W1. Anything other thing we will bring here will violate this condition, and that will be wrong. So we now move to this cell. This cell is under W2. We've already given W2 100 here, and the total that is asking for is 400. So we're still owing him 100, and the plant 2 has the capacity of giving him 300. So we simply take 300 from this 500 and give W2 to make up for what is here, what he wants, which is we're taking 300 here, taking 300 here, and giving him, which is to complete it. It's now satisfied. So don't forget to have 200 left here. So it's now 100 plus 300 is satisfied here. So this 200 left here will now move to this point. So we progress towards the right. So this cell is asking of this column is asking for 300, but we have 200 from plant 2. So we'll give him here at cell P2W3. We'll circle it. So we have exhausted this. We have exhausted this, and we have satisfied W1 and W2. We'll come back to here. Can we give anything here? The answer is no. Can we give anything here? The answer is no. Can we give anything here? Yes. We sell W3, column W3, those warehouse 3 is asking for 300. Then we have given him 200 here. We're still owing him 100. And capacity, and the plant 3 has the capacity of giving that cell the 100 that is asking for. So we'll bring in this 100 here and we'll circle it. So another thing, no. So we have exhausted 300. 200 plus 100 will give us 300. 300 plus 200 will give us 500. Then of course 100 here to 100 here. Then W1 200, W2 100 plus 300 400, then W3 200 plus 100 300. So we have satisfied all conditions. The next thing is to now test for to check for a very important test, which is the degeneracy test, to be sure that we don't have a bad solution, we don't have a degenerate solution, because once a solution is degenerate, we're going to have troubles in resolving it. So there are methods that we use to resolve that. So, but the first thing is to check whether it exists or not, and it is checked by a condition called M plus N minus 1 condition. So M plus N minus 1 condition. So M is the number of rows and N number of columns. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 rows plus 3 colons minus 1, which is 3 plus 3, which is 6 minus 1 equal to 5, which means that we should have 5 cells occupied. If you have more or less, it means that there is a problem somewhere. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cells occupied, which means that our case is not a degenerate one, and we can attain optimality with this when we continue with other iterations. So that is initial assignment using the northwest corner rule. Thank you, and see you in our next video.